Welcome to your Knowledge Kit. In this channel, we share informative content on study abroad, scholarships, work opportunities, and more. Today, we will talk about the types of work visa in Luxembourg. Those interested to move to Luxembourg, watch till the end to see different possibilities. Luxembourg is one of the most cosmopolitan countries in the world because about 47% of its population are immigrants. Therefore, foreigners make up about 70% of the country's workforce. However, for employment of a certain category of expats, it is necessary to obtain a visa. Who needs permission before moving and what is the visa procedure? More details below. Please consider subscribing if it's your first time on this channel. Who needs a work visa to Luxembourg? Citizens of most EU countries do not need to obtain a visa before moving to Luxembourg. Also, representatives of member states of the European Free Trade Association, EFTA, are exempt from the need to obtain a special permit to work in the Grand Duchy. The rest of the world must obtain a work visa before moving to Luxembourg. Types of work visas in Luxembourg. Depending on the length of stay, work visas are divided into 1. Short-term visa, type C. 2. A long-term visa, type D. Depending on the type of planned activity, work visas in Luxembourg are divided into visa for employees or work visa, permit for highly qualified personnel, EU Blue Card, visa for young au pair, work visa for a student, work visas for freelancers, entrepreneurs, and self-employed persons, visa for seasonal workers, an employee visa or a work visa. This type of visa is granted to foreigners who have a job offer from a company in Luxembourg. Most of the applications for this permit are submitted by the employer, so the first step is to find a company that will hire you. The procedure for obtaining an employee visa. An employee visa can only be obtained when there are no candidates for the position in Luxembourg or on the EU labor market. Therefore, at the first stage, the employer must submit a vacancy to the National Employment Agency, ADIEM, in French, Agence pour le développement de l'emploi. If a suitable candidate is not found within 3 weeks, the employer can conclude a contract with an employee who is not a citizen of an EU member state. After obtaining permission from ADIEM, the employer and the employee can sign an employment contract. Next, the employee applies to the Luxembourg consulate and receives a work visa. The cost of the visa. The fee for obtaining and renewing a visa is €80. Duration of the visa. A maximum visa can be obtained for 1 year, after which it can be extended for another 3 years. Importantly, the worker cannot change jobs without the government's permission before the first visa renewal. Visa for highly qualified personnel, EU Blue Card. A visa for employees is available only to a certain category of specialists. Requirements for issuing an EU Blue Card to get a visa, an employee must 1. Have a highly qualified job offer from a Luxembourg employer. 2. The salary for the vacancy must be 1.5 times higher than the average salary in Luxembourg. 3. Provide confirmation of diplomas and professional qualifications in English, French, or German. How to arrange. Similarly with the visa for employees. First, the employer submits a vacancy to ADIEM. After approval and signing of the employment contract, documents can be submitted to the Luxembourg consulate. For the cost of the visa. The fee for obtaining and renewing a visa is €80. Duration of the visa. The EU Blue Card is valid for 4 years. If the duration of the employment contract is shorter than for the duration of the contract plus 4 months. Youth Au Pair Visa. The Au Pair Visa is only valid for persons aged 18 to 30 years. You will need an approved host family to apply for this visa. Requirements for the applicant. Confirm the availability of basic secondary education. Demonstrate knowledge of the spoken language of the host family. Also, the applicant must have at least some knowledge of English, French, German, or Luxembourgish. The foreigner must have a signed placement agreement with the host family and pass a medical examination that confirms that you are able to perform the duties of an au pair. How to arrange. Before entering, submit an application to the Consulate of Luxembourg. The cost of the visa. The fee for obtaining a visa is €80. Duration of the visa. The visa has a maximum validity of 1 year, It cannot be extended, or a visa of another category can be obtained. Work visa for a student. Foreign students studying at one of Luxembourg's universities have the right to work up to 15 hours a week or more during the summer or other holiday periods in any job they choose. It is not necessary to obtain additional permissions for this. Work visas for freelancers, entrepreneurs, and self-employed persons. Foreigners who are freelancers, entrepreneurs, or self-employed individuals must prove that they have the appropriate qualifications and resources to move in order to obtain a visa. In addition, when you apply for a visa, you will need to show that your business proposal will serve the interests of Luxembourg. The cost of the visa. The fee for obtaining and extending a visa is €80. Duration of the visa valid for 3 years with the possibility of renewal. Visa for seasonal workers. You can get a seasonal visa only for work that is characterized as a seasonal activity. How to arrange? To obtain this visa, you will first need a signed seasonal work contract. Duration of the visa. A visa for seasonal workers is valid for no more than 5 months. How to apply for a work visa in Luxembourg? 1. After signing the employment contract, you must apply to the consulate. 2. Upon arrival, you must register at the municipal office to apply for a Type D work visa. The procedure includes: submit a declaration to the local administration, pass a medical examination, download the official application forms, reapply for a visa if the applicant intends to stay after the visa expires. List of documents for obtaining a work visa to Luxembourg. 1. A copy of a valid foreign passport. 2. Birth certificate. 3. Copies of diplomas and other certificates confirming qualifications. 4. Duly completed resume, short biography, and motivation letter. 5. Certificate of no criminal record. 6. A copy of the employment contract and certificate of right to work received from ADEM. All documents must be translated. Thank you for watching. Any question or clarifications, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Good luck!